So I'm back, unfortunately. This is gonna not be fun for me. Hopefully it's fun for Emmy, though.
Yeah, I plan on destroying you.
Seems fair. So
how much sleep did you get last night?
Like 6 hours or something.
Yeah, that's about as much as I got.
It's not too bad. So we're gonna do Glitchless. It's a fun category.
Yeah, I know everyone was excited for the Nixo Tedder race. It's Emmy Liam now. Small change.
Small change. Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Do we want Mylan to count us in?
No, we'll count down. We'll just start. Alright, in 7 part 2, 7 part 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, Quidditch World Cup, 2, 1, go!
Good luck, have fun.
Have fun, good luck. So, we did any percent of this yesterday in the Octafecta. Now we're doing probably the most popular category, which is Glitchless, where we beat the game without glitches, unsurprisingly. Oh, I am not practiced on Willow Jump. This is gonna be great.
Now, what we're gonna do might seem like a glitch, but don't worry, we have very reasonable definitions of everything.
Oh, I got it.
I got it too.
It was slow, but I got it. So we're gonna walk along the Willow here and kind of get out of the regular playing area and just walk to the end trigger. Saves like 10 seconds. Oh, okay. So, unfortunately, we have no way of manipulating the RNG in this category, so we still have to deal with that for this run. So, once we enter the, what's it called? The common room, Slytherin will be given a random amount of house points, and we're hoping that it's, what's the number? Is it 78 that we get? No, 79 if we're perfect, 78 if we're pretty good. So we're hoping they have at least 73 house points to not lose any time to RNG, but the chances of that are slim to none.
I'm not going to be checking until I'm out of Rictus on Pro.
Yeah, there's no point when you're not resetting. I'm gonna be going for a stupid trick, so that's fun. It saves 2 seconds. Coming up here, it skips the Nick cutscene, but it doesn't save as much as later on when we do the same trick because this cutscene is skippable, so it just saves 2 seconds of walking. And it's way more precise here. No, it's 2. And it's way more precise at this point in the game.
I am gonna thrash him.
Oh my god. Never mind.
Did you get it?
I activated the staircase. Go back down. I want to try it.
Oh, sweet. I'm saving time?
Yeah.
I almost fell off there. I was just kind of holding my keys too long.
Oh, that was actually close. Damn it.
Sorry, I've run out of stock.
It's a really precise trick.
One more attempt. One more attempt.
Alright, so I guess I'll...
I got it!
Congrats. I guess I'll describe how we define a glitch in this category, because it's kind of integral to beating the game without glitches. There are two kind of things that seem wrong in this game, and we call them glitches and exploits. A glitch is something like pause buffering, where the game's mechanics weren't intended to work that way, but they do, and it's kind of an integral thing that can happen anywhere in the game. An exploit is something that is wrong with the map design that could have been prevented by the map designers. Like, when we jumped what people would say out of bounds in Willow, there was just collision we could walk on, and we didn't have to use any glitched mechanics to do something like that. You'll see a few tricks like that throughout the game, like especially in Spongify, we kind of just curve a Spongify's trajectory and skip most of the level. It's just because the map was designed that way.
Or in Boomslang, how we're gonna stand on mushrooms?
Yeah, there's nothing... I don't think there's any way you can think of that as a glitch. They just have collision, and you can put them on top of themselves.
Very close.
So we're not doing these because we don't want host points. So Nick Skip Zero, the trick that I did, is actually like stupid hard and saves 2 seconds, and nobody actually goes for it and runs. If they're sane.
I'm considering starting to go for it.
We're not sane though.
Once again.
At one point I had a record that had Nick Skip Zero in it. And then I beat that record 2 hours later. And then that record was invalidated because we weren't realizing that a trick we were doing was actually a glitch.
Harry, I believe you have done enough.
So that was fun.
Alright, so Rick December is the first of 4 spell challenges that we have to do in this game. And unlike any percent, we actually have to do all of the challenges, basically. Except for Splendorify, we skip a lot of it.
In that frog, because I failed Nick Skip Zero once.
Are you going for the rasp?
No.
Oh. Alright, the trick I'm going to go for up here is called the rasp. Lima's going to do something called the kick. It's basically just grabbing a ledge grab over here and jumping up, but I'm going to jump backwards and save 1 second if I get it right. I got it.
Save.
What Liam's going to do once he gets there is he's going to jump up and just jump up straight instead of strafing backwards the weird way like I did.
And we're gonna do chasm skip, which involves jumping over a chasm, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
Not really that precise or anything.
It saves a couple of seconds.
Yeah, maybe like 8. So that was the kick. It was super easy. Only loses like half a second, maybe.
It's like a full second to...
Is it?
Yeah.
That's okay. My glot's still better. Spells casted. So in any other category, we would do chasm skip and just get a ledge grab and jump over. And boost up, rather. But this is glitchless, so we can't boost, obviously. We have to go and push this crab into its trap.
I almost got 2 snipes. I got the first one, and I got the second one way too low. There, I try to freeze them in air with the stunning spell and push them so they go in with only 1 hit.
Also, all these crab cycles you're seeing are cycle based from when you start the level, so the faster you go, the better your cycles will be.
Alright, so we had to hit 4 crabs, or I had to hit 4 crabs into this pit to lower the challenge star so we can end the challenge. But the collision in this game for crabs is kind of weird, and we can fail really easily. Where they'll do something we call a HAS or a CVL, and they will like kind of freeze their momentum and can sometimes drop straight down or slide in directions we don't want them and they won't land in the pit. Oh, I got 40. Alright, so Liam was talking about RNG. You can generate a value from 40 to 80. Very rarely you'll get 80. And in increments of 5, that will determine how long you spend in the bean bonus room. This is worst RNG.
Could have 42.
Okay, it's second worst RNG. So if Liam has good RNG, he's gonna like save a bunch of time on me, even though my Rick December was almost person.
51.
Perfect.
I think it's 51 at least. Not very good.
But you did save 5 seconds on me.
So this is one of the reasons why this category is not fun to run, because you're just resetting to RNG constantly. as well as the jump we did in the first level, Willow Jump. It's not hard, but it's not easy.
It's hard to do it like really quick.
Yes, exactly. So
And
you're resetting. Yeah, you're resetting to that, and then you're resetting to RNG a minute and a half into run, and you're like, it's like a 1 in 10 chance you get the RNG you want or something like that. So it's just not fun.
Yeah, there's like a 3 points early in the game that can like mess you up with RNG. That's what we just call RNG, which is house point RNG. Fake inputs in the Scourge spell lesson, and I think the third one was getting hit in the Quidditch, which doesn't actually lose as much nearly as the other ones.
Yeah, that's only like 2 seconds. You get hit.
But it does lose time, so.
Which is not ideal.
I thought it was 2.5.
Of course, I just get hit by a random bludger in the first half.
Oh, easy.
Quidditch is a rough game, Harry, but don't worry, padding helps.
Alright, so what I'm going to now is potion spots. What we have to do in this level is, it's not really a level, but we have to brew a potion in front of the class for Snape. It's a Wiggenweld potion, and we actually get to keep it. And that'll come into use later in the game during the snake fight, hopefully, if we don't mess anything else. Liam, you're running with a timer, right?
Yeah, but it's a loadless timer, so that does not really help.
Oh, dang. Maybe you can switch it to real time quickly during Scourge RPs?
Yeah, it's at 10 minutes right now, so we're probably at about 11. Maybe a bit less.
Bad RNG reset? Yeah, because we got bad RNG. Let's both just reset.
Oh, that's fair.
No.
Alright, I'm entering Scourge now, and this is the second of 4 challenge lessons where we learn a spell in this game. Unlike the first challenge, we actually have to do the arrow key minigame in the last 3.
Okay.
Because we don't care about house points anymore, and we can't really get sent back to the bonus room unless we collect a whole bunch of stars.
I'm gonna cheat here to show Nixo my timer. I hope you forgive me.
Try not to focus on all this Chamber of Secrets balderdash. Concentrate on the symbol in front of you. The wand is about to move its...
Alright, that was a moving platform boost. We do them occasionally in this game. Just like how you would expect physics to work. If you jump off a moving platform, you retain its velocity. so you can move faster than just jumping on a stationary object. Alright, this is switch. We kind of jump against collision.
Oh, I'm back now. That's cool.
And the switch is programmed to stop moving when the collision is hit. So... Oh crap, I fell into the snail cell. And we don't consider that a glitch because it makes us go fast. And it's really a map issue. It was a single flag that they had to set off of default to make that happen, so we don't consider it a glitch. Alright, here's another not glitch. Normally this scale is supposed to rise and fall with you as if standing on it like applied weight to it. But if you hit the middle trigger and then the far trigger before the middle trigger is done, it won't fall back down. And that's not a glitch because it's just a trigger thing. Oh, Liam, are you having...
It won't let me reconnect to the stream.
No.
Try again. Yeah, it's saying on starting. Which means it just can't connect to the server.
Alright, coming... I'd say more precise levels in the game. Dungeon quest. What was... Okay, it was able to reconnect. Oh, I went for the loadless only strat where you cast the gargoyle. Whoops.
Try reconnecting. I restarted the server.
Great, my game just crashed too. Thank
My thing already automatically reconnected.
I hope the audio is through Emmy's. I think it's working now.
Yeah, they moved it to mine.
I think it's reconnected. My game crashed as well during that, so that's fantastic. I want to show exhibit time.
Alright, coming up is after
Alright,
this
I can
one.
come back.
Yeah, I bet.
Starting Scourge.
Oof. Alright, coming up is a trick called Better Than Dry Storage 7. I believe Liam goes for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people actually do. I think we're the only two runners that actually goes for it. But it saves like a second. And if I miss it like that, then it doesn't really save anything. But you just hit the buttons from down in the maze and sneak through before the door can close. Normally, you have to hit 2 buttons up top and fall in the far left, so there's just some minor movement that it saves. What do you mean you didn't know I had a voice? I always talk on stream. Oh, I just died in real scope. So this...
Just do that like 10 more times.
Yeah, okay. So this isn't a glitch because we never walk on walls here. There's a small clip or lip here you can see that's actually collision you can walk on instead of like a wall walk or something. And so it's glitchless. TM.
So I think what happened is my internet disconnected for like a minute there. Don't know why. So that was weird. And then after I couldn't reconnect to the server for like 2 minutes. So it was fun.
Okay, wheel skip is totally glitchless. That's just walking on stuff. Like, it's noticeable how much collision there is there. The 90% strat for that
I'm in the potions
actually does
closet.
involve a
Better
wall
keep
walk in the
an eye
first
out for
room,
snakes.
so we have to jump to the middle
would
instead.
you consider a trade?
Yeah, hopefully during Hundo we don't have any problems. Because that's a category I care about.
Alright, coming up is the duel with Malfoy. There's a strat here called Fast Malfoy where I move up and I attack him before he starts moving, and then I strafe to the side and hit him as he walks into me, like that. Most runners go for a normal Malfoy strat where they just wait for him to start moving before they hit him, and it still takes 2 hits. This is run bop, we bop run, and we get ahead of him.
Do we have to have 2 Potterthons in 2021? 7.1 and 7.2?
Oh yes, but they have to be like half the size.
Just like a nice 32-hour stream.
We have to do nothing.
Or we could have a normal one, and then the other one is just a Hundo Octafecta. Relay.
We have to do like nothing in the first one.
Please fix your gaze on the
like,
symbol in
except
front
for
of you.
break into the ministry. I mean, like, one
It's about to
entertaining
move it around the shape.
HP2 run, and then
When the
everything
pointer
has to
passes
happen in the second
directly
one that
over the
year.
arrow, press the corresponding arrow key. This exercise is
Alright, so this
3
is the
parts.
third
In
of
each part, you
4
must be accurate
challenges
in order
in this
to
game.
progress. Ready to try?
Like I said, I actually have to do the arrow keys here. Compared to not doing them and
Well
failing
done,
the challenge,
Harry.
I save
You've moved on
only
to the
about
next
1
level of the
second
lesson.
in Defendo,
5
but the rest of
points to
them
Gryffindor.
have
Round 2.
like
Go.
20 seconds, I think.
Scourge is 12. I'm not sure about Spongify, but it's a lot. At least 15.
Well done, Harry. You've moved on to the next level of the lesson. 10 points to Gryffindor. Round 3.
You won't want to do 100% in 2 years, Kat. Unfortunate.
Well done. You've completed all of the exercises in top form. 15 points to Gryffindor.
Go for a Defendo skip.
No, that's not allowed in Glitchless. Even if you get it.
Oh, the
Even
one with the mushroom.
if you boost, you have to fall back down. Oh, with mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just freeze a door. People will love seeing that in Glitchless. Okay, I've had a really bad start to Defendo, but it's mostly fine because this level is based on one global cycle at the end where you can lose like, I think it's 6 seconds based on a perfect run before getting to it and you'll be fine.
It's a lot.
Hawklump mushrooms can give off a cloud of poisonous gas, Harry. Avoid them, or use Defendo to cut their stems. Once you've separated a hawk,
That was the first of 3 unskippable cutscenes that we have to interact with this game. For some reason, when Professor Sprout is introducing the Horklumps, we have to listen.
It's very important.
Yeah, learning how to cast spells was dumb and unimportant. Learning that Horklumps can hurt you is immensely important.
spiky, prickly plants. Shoot their spikes when you get too close. Avoid them, or use Defendo to cut their stems.
Alright, right there, I hit a spell, or the rope, from way below where you're supposed to. Normally you're supposed to ride an elevator up after cutting some webs to let it be able to move.
Yeah, Nick, so I could actually win that one. Because I'm a lot better in the hundos. I'd still lose 7.1 and 7.2 though.
Something you might have noticed earlier in this level is I grabbed a frog. We take a couple sources of intentional damage in this game.
It's better than Drive Storage 7.
Yeah, that's the first one. People who don't do it still take the damage normally. Because, like I said, the global cycle here has a lot of leeway, so you can grab frogs for free. There's no way to go any faster.
Unless you do defend this skip.
Which you can't do.
Oh, the one with mushrooms. That is totally possible.
I've only done it once, and that was with debug, so I don't think it counts. Also, that's better than defender skip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, reasonable.
Defendo time. Fun fact, Defendo is the only spell challenge you can beat without using the spell Defendo.
Well, with
I mean,
glitches, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only spell challenge you can beat without using the spell. That is the challenge.
Well, have you heard about Rick DeSanto?
You can't beat it, you can exit it, you can't beat it.
Okay. That's like essentially the same thing though.
No, it's not.
And alright, you need to cast Scourge once into it.
Once, yeah. And same for Spongify, only once. You can skip the first one, but not the second one.
That should be a bingo goal. Beat Defendo without casting Defendo.
Pretty sure it is. Could be wrong though.
Alright, coming up is the collecting the second of 3 ingredients for Hermione's Polyjuice Potion. We need to go get Boomslang skin from the greenhouses. And there's going to be a couple skips involving mushrooms in this level. Basically, mushrooms have collision when you drop them, so if you stand on them, you can be higher than where the game thought you could be, normally. So, the first one here saves, I don't know how much, but it saves a lot of time. We just jump up here and skip like a couple rooms of casting at ropes and hitting flipendo switches, and oh, it was a big old bore. So we just kind of stood on the mushroom and skipped it. I'm gonna grab a frog here to get some help. And up here is Better Than Dry Storage 5. It's the hardest Better Than Dry Storage trick in HP2 Glitchless. And it involves stacking 3 mushrooms on top of each other. Like that. And then hopping up and grabbing this ledge and skipping about 10 seconds if you do it best, but I saved probably like 5. And once again, this is a glitchless run. TM.
Alright, so I'm getting to this cycle, and the snail hasn't even turned around yet. So what I'm gonna do is cast up that plant so that it won't hit me on my way over.
Alright, coming up is the biggest skip in the game, I believe. Dumbledore skip. and messing it up can lose a lot of time.
Please do that.
Nope, I didn't. I got it first try, because I'm good.
I mean, it's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, but I'm good.
So the trigger for that cutscene is a lot smaller than the one that we skipped during Nick Skip Zeros.
Yeah.
If it was that small, probably most people would go for Nick Skip Zero.
Yeah, it would be free. And you basically just use a moving platform boost, which is not a glitch, that's just physics, and jump around a trigger. It's not really a glitch. The map designers could have made it bigger, put an invisible wall there. Alright, coming up is a trick called Dumb Goyle, I think is the official name. Where
yes.
you jump around this little pillar here. Normally you're supposed to go around, it saves a couple seconds.
You can also do it without a ledge.
Yeah, but you kind of have to devote yourself to doing it without a ledge grab, and that's scary. It involves just using double sideways. We never talked about double inputs, but...
Didn't we?
No. Which,
yeah.
honestly, those kind of seem like a glitch. But if you hold... In the game's menu, you can bind 2 inputs to any action in the game. And if you bind multiple things to a directional input, like a strafe or forward backwards, you can keep the moment, or your acceleration will be higher, but your velocity will not be, so you just get to max speed slightly quicker, which, like I said, honestly sounds a lot like a glitch.
Oh, how is that even close enough? What? That's insane. And that's better than dry storage 5. That's actually pretty smooth.
Alright, coming up is one of the hardest jumps in the game because the world record run actually fails it.
I hate you.
And Liam loses 15 seconds to kind of just jumping onto that ledge there. It's free.
It's the one mistake in the run.
I thought there were 3.
Yeah, but the other 2 are I didn't go for this and RNG is stupid. Those are the other 2 mistakes.
Alright, so that level we were collecting some of Goyle's DNA in the form of his hair. We kind of plucked it out of his belly button at the end, but it's fine. And now we're going back to the bathroom to give Hermione the last ingredient. She's gonna finish brewing the potion, and now we're Goyle. It has one of the coolest soundtracks in the game, I think. And we're gonna go into the Slytherin common room to try to get Malfoy to tell us that he's the heir of Slytherin.
Seems likely.
Yeah. What I just did there, I don't know what we call it. I just took intentional damage and saved 6 seconds. I jumped onto a lamppost instead of going the long way down.
Alright, I'm Goyle.
And that's the second of, I guess you could say 3 times in the run where we take intentional damage. The last is the boss fight, so it doesn't matter how much we have after it. I'm going to be grabbing 1, probably 2 frogs in Forest, which will fill my health all the way back up for the boss fight. Right, here's the second of 3 unskippable cutscenes in the game. It's got good voice acting.
That's the I bet I can use that to get into the Slytherin common room.
You're a few seconds behind.
That's okay.
Alright.
Nice night.
Coming up is a trick called... It's one of the 4 bridge skips in this game, called Slytherin Bridge Skip, where we're going to land on just the end of a pressure plate and jump across a bridge at the last moment. It's kind of free. Kinda. But it's also kind of hard. People can fail it pretty often. It doesn't lose too much time, just like a handful of seconds and you retry it. Right.
You see Emmy casting there while she does it? That's pretty much required.
Yeah, I hadn't started doing it yet, but I missed the
You will see her doing that.
Alright, I hit it just at the edge there, and I jumped across. So second try, not too bad.
What casting while you're jumping does is actually makes your airspeed the same as the Harry's ground speed, which is it 5 or 10 units faster
I think
than
it's 10.
regular airspeed? So it gives you that much more speed to make it over.
I don't really know why they did that. But it's really hard to consider it a glitch to hit the cast button midair, because, like, you do that a lot.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I didn't fail the jump. Proud of me?
Yeah.
No, didn't think so.
You're doing better than world record.
I don't think we Slytherin worry about.
I just got sniped by like 3 sources of damage, so I have to land on the post instead.
Alright, so the Polyjuice potion wore off, and now we're in the Slytherin common room. As
Harry,
a Gryffindor.
please, this is a PG stream.
Professor Snape.
PG-13.
And we just have to make it out right over there without getting hit by any of the Slytherins.
Something's not right. Professor Snape.
Easy. Liam, do you have enough health for the Goyle jump?
I can land on the lamp.
Oh, okay.
I got sniped by like 3 things right at the end of Goyle. It was quite unfortunate.
Yeah, those buggers can hit you sometimes. That's the official name for Wiggentry spirits.
So instead of not slowing down at all, I'm gonna slow down a bit and land on this lamp here. It's gonna take less damage than falling all the way down.
Concentrate on
Yes, the hardest
simple
part is
before you.
reassuring everyone that the things we're doing are totally not
The wand
glitches.
that appears in front of
Don't
you
worry
is
about it.
going to move around
Everything
the
is
shape.
fine.
When the wand is
We're
positioned
telling the
perfectly
truth.
over the arrow, press
We're
the
only gonna skip half of the
corresponding
next
arrow
level.
key to
Yeah,
hit
it's
the
fine.
target. There are 3 parts to
Alright,
this
so this is
exercise.
the
In each
4th
part,
and
you
last
must
spell
correctly
challenge
and
in the game.
accurately hit all of the points in order to go forward. Round 1, begin.
I bet I can use that to get into the Slytherin common room.
Something interesting about this spell challenge,
Well
unlike
done,
all
Harry.
the other
You've
ones,
advanced to the
is
next round.
the first 2
5
challenges
points to
had 4
Gryffindor.
groups of arrows.
Round 2,
The second 2
begin.
have 3, but in every challenge, the second round normally adds only 1 arrow to each group, and Splendorify adds 2. Which means each group ends up having 7 arrows at the end instead of 6.
Well
I don't know
done,
how
Harry.
interesting
You've
that
advanced
is,
to
but
the next round. 10 points to
it's
Gryffindor.
something that most
Round
people don't
3,
realize.
Begin.
How did that not activate?
Alright, someone's asking about
Great work,
Quidditch
lads.
warping,
You've completed
and
all
they're
of
calling
the
it Quidditch skip, I
exercises.
guess, but we cannot do
15
that because
points
that's
to
obviously a
Gryffindor.
glitch, warping to Quidditch from anywhere in the game.
Is it a glitch though?
Yes, of course it is. Liam, don't... Alright. I tried to jump over a cutscene there that saves RTA time, but doesn't save loadless time. So Spongify is a spell that makes you bounce off these carpets that are all over the game at a set trajectory, but you can modify it slightly.
More than slightly.
Yeah, a little more than slightly.
In Harry Potter 3, that you have the same spell, except your trajectory is set and you can't change it at all.
Yeah. Alright, up here is decanter jump and jump on a decanter, and I kind of failed it. You kind of
Also,
jump.
you skipped a cutscene there.
You're jumping over a cutscene so you don't hit multiple as you're casting up the Flipendo switch and soft lock. Right, I'm not going for the snipe I went during the hotfix because I forgot until the last second. Alright, so you're supposed to kind of go straight here, but I'm going to go to the left. And here's the end of the challenge. Glitchless, everyone.
Would you be interested in trading?
Now that we've learned all the spells in the game, we're getting to the last couple levels. Because they're pretty evenly spaced out through the run, and I quite like that for the game itself.
Fun fact, if we didn't have to unlock the spells, the any percent category for this run would be like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the forest level in this game can be easily accessed on the first night. Well, easily. You need to do some boosts, but pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing stopping us, I think, is having to cast Rictusempro at Aragog to kill him. And I guess Defendo at the webs to make him fall down, unless we know a way to do that.
I think you can skip the Spongifies.
Yeah, and there's some other things in the level that you can skip, like you can jump through some webs that you're supposed to cast Defendo at.
By the memory Tom Riddle showed him.
Alright, so this isn't a cutscene, but it's a level that has a timer on it that we can't really do fast. So we just have to sit around for about half a minute
There you go.
and listen to Tom Riddle interrogate.
What are you doing down here, Tom?
This is the one of only 2 categories where we actually sit around and watch this, though.
It never killed no one.
Come on. The least Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing that
Or
killed
3,
that girl is
rather.
slaughtered.
It wasn't him. He wouldn't. He never.
Stand aside.
No!
And that's Aragog. He's going to be a slightly bigger in the final fight in Forest, which is what we're going to now. So we learned that Hagrid might have opened the Chamber of Secrets. And Aragog might be the monster killing or petrifying people. So we're going to go ask him about it. To find out for sure, because he's going to tell us the truth. It's only slightly bigger, only about like a 5 times as big.
Hey, I got the skip. The one that only saves RTA.
Due to
Because this is an RTA race and I gotta go fast. And it's totally still a race, Kappa.
yeah, we're really close.
Agreed.
Really. Alright, what's gonna happen when we arrive here is Dumbledore and Lucius Malfoy are gonna show up to take Hagrid away. Because they think he's responsible for the Chamber of Secrets opening. So we never get to ask him the questions, but I believe he notices us and he tells us to follow the spiders, which leads us into the Forbidden Forest, where we're going to go try to find Aragog and ask him for ourselves. This is another bridge skip. We just walk around a trigger that makes the bridge collapse. And say,
That was the strat that Emmy wanted to do but forgot about, by the way.
oh, the Spongify.
Yeah. Saves 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, I found it 3 years, or 2 years or something ago, but never went for it because it didn't save that much time. I guess I was just bad.
It's kinda hard though to do fast. I've never done that. I bumped into Ron on the way to the bathroom.
Oh, I forgot to cast Flipendo at this tree.
I must have had insane movement.
Coming up is the Aragog boss fight. Brace your volume. I'm going to be casting at these ropes twice, because it's going to make me do it faster. You might be like, that's a glitch, don't... You know at this point not to ask. Yeah, it's not really that much, and it's much more entertaining to watch.
8 to 12, maybe. Because you do save the two of Aragog's attacks, which is, it's probably like 20 seconds, but then the actual time you're paused is, it adds up when you pause like 60 times.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk while doing the run because you would have heard my mouse spamming. But it's a really easy fight. All you have to do is cast at him a bunch. Over and over again. And his attack patterns mostly involve you strafing like a foot to the left or right, and that's about it.
Unless you get the unlucky one, then you gotta go a bit further.
Alright. So this is a little trick. When you cast Splendorify, you don't take ground damage until the next time you land.
Go for the Scourge Snipe.
No, I already fell down, I can't. And so we use it just to skip landing on an elevator and slowly riding down. And up here, there's a couple of these metal things on some cycles. If you go fast, you can just walk backwards and get it. And here's the third of 3 unskippable cutscenes in HP2 Glitchless. Here's a trick that a lot of people like to call chamber jump. I like to call it crusher skip because chamber jump is kind of vague. You jump across that and save how many seconds? 8?
8 or so.
Yeah. And since I got it first try, I'm gonna have some pretty good pixie practice cycles. Or some pretty bad pixie practice cycles. Alright. I kind of got a weird version of that, but you hit pixies and you try to get to this platform in the middle quickly. Normally you have to go around, but that's no fun. I took some damage there though, because I was bitten by a pixie. So that's going to be less health I have in the final fight. Something you might have noticed is this crab stood back up after the cutscene. Crabs always do that after cutscenes, they will stand back up. In the game's code, when cutscenes happen, it tries to lock all entities, and freeing them just puts them into a default state sometimes. And for the crabs, that's just kind of standing. It doesn't actually happen to snails though. They'll stay frozen for whatever reason. It's just confusing. Coming up, this looks like a wall walk. I swear to you it's not. There's some collision down there that you can walk on, and it's a mover, and it's not a wall walk technically, according to the game engine, what we consider a wall walk. It's just kind of confusing.
Also another birch skip, by the way. So many birch skips. So little time. So Emmy's gonna go for 2 cycle.
Yeah, I always go for 2 cycle. Up here I'm gonna pause to not take damage, because I have really low health, and I can afford it. Alright. Alright, this is the last boss fight in the game, or the last level in the game. All you have to do is shoot magic out of your sword at the basilisk.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. Alright, I almost actually got 2 cycle there. I didn't drink my potion beforehand though, so it was kind of bad. Alright, so
As an
that's
unfortunate pixie proxy there.
So all that's left is 10 seconds to walk to the end of the game, and I might beat Liam. It's gonna be close. And, oh right, time's coming up. This is kind of late to say it, and time.
Attention, please. Students, attention. The headmaster...
As Gilderoy Lockhart would say, it was very close.
Silence. It isn't too late to lose house points, you know.
This House Cup ceremony brings the school year to an end, and an eventful year it
Thanks,
was. Without further ado, I shall now present the cup to the Hogwarts house
And
with the most
emulator.
points.
Thanks.
Think we'll take it again this year? After you and Harry saved Hogwarts? I should think so.
In 4th place, Ravenclaw.
Thank you for not saying last place.
In 3rd place, Hufflepuff.
And before the end, just take a look at house points. You might notice that Gryffindor is actually in last place, so we'll see what Dumbledore has. I feel like a lot of my explanations were rushed, but I tried.
Alright, 2 cycle time.
We have 300 points and Slytherin has 701. Oops.
I was about to pause cast that.
Would have been an invalid though. you would have had to reset. That's what we agreed to beforehand.
There's no way I get 75% here.
Just drink your potion beforehand. You can totally... Oh, something I didn't explain at all. During the boss fight, if you take damage shortly after having fired, you fire again in quick succession. Again, kind of a glitch. We don't... It's glitchless more than glitchless.
I went for it. It didn't work out.
So this actually might be my favorite track in the game. The menu music. I don't know if they switched over to Liam's album, but it's very nice. Very calm.
It's not great.
What was that for you? 3 cycles? Or 3.5?
How did I miss every single shot there? That's really weird.
No man, he was a good shot. No. Well, you'll get to hear it if William skips the end cutscene.
I should quit this game.
Just forever?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you beaten Snake?
Not exactly.
Did you die?
More than once.
Oh, yeah. I can't say GG until you beat the game.
Okay, Snake's dead.
Alright, GG.
I didn't beat
Wait,
the game
no, you
yet.
still haven't won. Yeah, I'm just saying early GG. I'm gonna say the official GG.
What do you have?
I have wig and tree bark.
Press on the yes button to accept the trade or the no button to decline.
How long is who gonna keep what nickname?
Your purchase will make you the envy of your friends, Harry.
Oop, bark.
Okay, I got my wig and tree bark now. We can finish. Alright, GG.
Alright, GG. Sorry, it's unfortunate that you had to deal with that crash midway through,
The
but
headmaster wants to address you.
GG either way.
Silence.
I'm glad you came in last minute, like 20 minutes before the run, when it was supposed to be a solo run by me, but it wasn't really. It was supposed to be a race between Nixa and Tedder, so last minute we cobbled some stuff together. Thanks for coming.
I don't know what's next, but hopefully people enjoy what's next.
Yeah, at
We have
HP3
HP3
GBA.
GBA.
Ah, I'm so right at everything.
Oh, that's like a 3-way race, right?
Yep, really big race.
Boy.
Thank you for not saying last.
Good luck to the runners for that.
Third place, Hufflepuff.
Thank you. We find
Should I
this
start streaming?
to be quite adequate.
Yeah, you can. We will be back in a bit after a short transition.
It'll be
Alright.
you